Nigerian government does not have all it takes to fund transport infrastructure, and this is where financial institutions and private sector investors come into play in bridging the estimated gap of $33 billion in annual funding for Nigeria. But what are the key issues in securing a financial close for the lending institutions? Here is Patrick Akinwuntan, a regional executive and managing director at ECOBANK Nigeria.
Investors want to have clarity, what's likely to happen to exchange rates, what's likely to happen to interest rates, what's likely to happen to inflation, so that you don't, at the end of the day, find out that your investment has very little value at the end. And that needs to be addressed very well. There are other families of risk on slide 32: market risk, liquidity risk, concentration risk, credit risk, reinvestment risk, the risk of being able to cash out at the end of the investment cycle, which is where the capital market remains a very key opportunity. And I like the way the capital market is expanding beyond equities, bonds, into ETFs, so that there is actually a wider cash out opportunity for people. And that is on track, and that should be supported. The famous Lekki Expressway concession is probably the easiest referred to in road financing. But there are a lot of lessons to learn, as we've seen. It needs to plug within a bigger picture. Any major infrastructure investment that is a standalone is very easily misread. It's important that you see the total picture. Everybody, look at China. The first time I went to China, I saw bridges that were constructed without any machine, with hands. I used to read of manual labor. But when I got to China, I understood the common sense around what we were calling manual labor. It plugged into everybody had employment. And instead of paying for the machinery that was to be imported, people had the employment because labor was the cheapest. I can imagine, we talk of road transportation all the time. So why don't we just have the paved stones? Is it paved stones we have? And just drop it in every village and ask all the village people to be the one to lay the paved stones just in the 10 kilometers around their village. And let all of them have that payment that is coming from the borrowing. I think they will like patience a bit more, because they will feel directly the real impact of this road. And it will not be, it is Julius Berger, it is that. We have enough manual labor. So in articulating financing, we need to bring our people into that equation from a big picture. So in trying to conclude, the banking industry has been supporting investments in infrastructure, year-on-year growth from 6% of the overall credit portfolio. We are now at 7.4%. That's 140 basis point growth in the last 2 years, and has potential to keep growing. I just give some examples to round up. EcoBank participated as one of those who funded ASky. Okay, ASky is an airline. But again, you see the big picture. The meaning of ASky is one sky across Africa. And the picture around it is, if you travel in Africa, to travel from Nigeria to France was easier than to travel to Douala. It was easier for you to first go to Paris to catch a flight to Douala than to get a flight from Lagos to Douala on time. All the flights were longitudinal, none latitude, because it plays to the bigger picture of those countries. What ASky sought to do is disrupt it and say, look, Africa connected laterally, and today they operate into 23 countries in Africa, and EcoBank was very pleased to support ASky, and we are in 35 countries along the same route. So all the countries ASky goes to, EcoBank is also there. Second I will mention is Ghana Ports and Harbour. That's on slide 37, where the Ghana government essentially allowed private sector to take the lead in the funding and in the management of the economics of the Ghana Harbour. And everything is digitized. If you need to do anything into Ghana Harbour, you do everything online. And of course, we also supported the government of Cote d'Ivoire in road infrastructure, for those who know Abidjan very well. We also participated in Project Mercury, which is telecommunications for the Guinea-Conakry.